And from tomorrow onwards, surely I'm not going to see you also. So there's no worry at all. You can just ask me any questions related to big data. Are we clear? Yes, any expectations from your end? Sorry? If you could talk, then it will be an interesting session. If not, then I'll be the only person monotonously talking. And after a point of time, my voice will be like a lullaby for you and you will all start sleeping. That will going to happen. Will that be fine or you are going to talk? Fine, thanks. And sorry for the delay. I was held up in that university actually. I was not aware that Wales College and Veltech University are two different institutions. Though Prashant was going on saying, I was not that much aware of these two things are two different colleges. That's what is the delay for us. I'm really sorry for that. And I'm Rohini, working as a project manager in a company called as AMITYSOFT Technologies. Right? So any questions, you can call me Rohini. Then I would like to answer your queries at all. Are we clear? If you want the PPT, I'll share the PPT to your professor. I don't know what to take notes and all. Luckily, I haven't seen any guys having notes and all the girls are having notes at home. So that's what is the culture over here. Fine, I'll accept that's the culture. Shall we start? So, have you ever heard of big data? Yes? When you were aware of this workshop? Yesterday? Last week. So, you haven't browsed in internet what is big data is? No? Yes, tell me sir, what is big data is? Sit and tell. If you could little bit louder, then it's fine for us.
Big data is basically data that's like unconventionally large, like 4 companies they collect data and stuff like that.
Okay. So that's what is big data is. Okay. Why am I calling it as big data? Is it not available previously? Now only you are hearing this word big data is?
Big data is like unconventionally large. It keeps on changing.
Yeah.
It's a dynamic thing.
Exactly. Now what am I going to do with that big data is? Why should I have to learn about that big data is?
Analysis. It's like
only analysis.
You can predict the trends and everything.
Exactly. We are going to predict the trend. What am I going to do with that data? That's what we are going to see in the session is all about. Also it will be audible from the end also. Right? So if you are having any implant trainings during this 3rd year? Yes? Have you done it or is it going to happen in future? You have done it. Anyone have done it in big data or cloud computing? So it's all for the sake of the certification of implant training. Right? We'll consider the case that I'll be the only person talking throughout the session. If there is any doubt, you can answer me or ask me. So that will be a one-way communication, not with your friends. You can talk with your friends after the session also. Will that be fair? Am I clear with the agenda? Right. So now we'll start about understanding what my company is doing it. Or we are the one doing in big data and all, we'll see. So these are all the things we are going to see in this full day. So we are going to learn what is big data is, what are the applications wherein you have seen big data is, what are the business opportunities or as a fresher where you will get placed, what companies are recruiting big data trainer people and how much salary you will be getting in. So all these things, that's what is the main agenda, right? When you say big data is, how much people are getting paid. So those things also we'll be seeing. Apart from the technically, what is big data is, what is Hadoop is. There are different tools available in that, like Pig is a tool. Flume, Scoop, there are a lot of tools available in big data. I'll tell you or touch about what all the different tools available in big data is. Which tool suits for you, you can go through it. There are n number of tools available in the market. Based on your persona, you identify where you will fit in or which tool if you learn, you will get placed in a company immediately. So those tools and all I'll walk through in it. Am I clear? And finally, we'll be going with the last session with a tool called as R tool. Have you ever heard of this tool R? We'll see what is R tool is and what and all R tool will be doing and what you are going to do with that R tool is. If I'm a little bit fast, stop me so that I could go in the same pace where you are expecting it. Am I clear? If you are feeling boring also tell me. I am having a lot of videos also to show where big data is applicable is also. Right? So it need not be a only monotonous session. Need not be I am the only person talking all the time. And need not be that you have to hear all the time. We'll see some videos also intermediately. Are we clear? Right. Now we'll start with What's my company is all about? Basically, I'm working in this company for around 10 plus years. Though intermediately I was working in an automobile company called as Renault Nissan. Yes, in that company I was working as 6 years in that company, and I was working in AMITYSOFT as a project manager, and this company is actually 18 plus years of experience in training. So we are basically into testing training, quality consulting training, and big data training. And also we used to train people from corporates. When you are getting placed through campus in Accenture, Wipro, HCL, you could see most of our company people training over there also. That's what is a basic profile is. When you come to AMITYSOFT, all our people are all training in companies. MNCs also all over India, we used to travel and we used to train people also. Only to me, not to your friend. Right? And basically these are some of the areas we are concentrating on, like estimation. Have you ever heard of this term, estimation? What is estimation? Those who nodded, you can tell me. Those who not nodded also, you can tell me what is estimation is. Normal general English terminology, at least Tamil. Thank you. Right, what is estimation is? What is estimation is? Who has told me what it is? Can you be a little bit louder? I'm not going to blame you. Or I will not even ask your name also. So don't worry, you can tell me what is estimation is. Exactly. Measuring amount, cost, time and all. How long it will take. Estimating. So those kind of software projects are we are estimating? Or a simple thing, coming to college. Are you estimating the time taking to come to the college and all? Similarly, in the software projects, we will also estimate how many number of resources in a different technology. In that, there is a pure technology available called as Cosmic, and our company is the only company from India we are representing this Cosmic. So that's a kind of an estimation methodology which we are the expertise in India. And we are ISO 9001-2008 certification company, and also we give consulting for other companies also. Your college is NAAC certified, right? So what is this certification is all about? இல்லை என்ன கேட்கக்கூடாது NAAC நீங்க தான் சொல்லணும் உங்க கம்பெனி உங்க காலேஜ் NAAC நீங்க தான் சொல்லணும். Is it NAAC certified? Okay, university is NAAC certified. This college is it certified affiliated to any other certification? That is for your college has to be certified under Anna University. Is there any central body certified for this college? Right. So, but our company is ISO certified. What is ISO? Indian Standard for Organization or Indian Organization for Standardization? Standardization, organization. Can you sit properly, the last person? Yes, sir. Can you pull your chair or sit properly so that I could see your face? That is not at all a joke, okay? I'll tell you, if I'm saying a joke, I'll tell you that that's a joke. That is not at all a joke. Right. So now we'll move on to what all the other things my company had done. So now we'll slowly move on into what is big data. As the person said, big data is a huge volume of data. Have you ever dealt with this huge volume of data? What is this big data is? From the name itself, it's very clear, it's a huge amount of data. Am I right? When we are browsing some web pages or when we are going for online shopping like Amazon.com, when you are purchasing some shirt or some dress, is it giving a suggestion that people who bought this also bought this? Right? How it is happening? What is happening over there? Any idea? Is it happening first? Yeah, it's happening. How is it happening? Data analysis. So what is it analyzing? It's just understanding the personality of the person who's browsing in that particular product. The product, whatever you have browsing now and what people had done earlier, what are the other products they are purchasing, such a kind of a database Amazon is holding in, and it is proposing that kind of a solution to you. So automatically you will tend to see, right? So this product, similar products, that is much more better option I am having in. So to that extent, now online applications, online shopping, they are giving you those kind of opportunities. So from where they are going and where they are giving these opportunities is that analyzing, understanding the customer behavior. So when a person is logging in, what are all the things you have browsed on it? Some people will have that habit. They'll go on browsing it, they'll select add to cart, but they'll not do the payment and all, that's it. Log off. Right? Simply that we'll be happy to see all these things. We want to buy, but we don't want to buy at the end also. So we'll log out of it. So that is how they are understanding and analyzing what is the customer behavior is. And they are proposing people who have done all these things earlier have done these things also. That is how we are getting this option as Amazon paired it. When you are buying some product, people who bought this product also bought this product. So that is one way of giving or applying big data in it. So when we say big data, this is what actually happens. Now whatever we are having as of now, it is only 90% of the data available in the market. When I am saying data, as of now, whatever data available in the internet, in that 90% is available only from the past 2 years generated data. Rest and all, previously whatever data has been generated, that is what is the 10% of the data. So within this 2 years of down the line, we have created so much of data. From where we have created these data? When I am logging in Facebook, how many likes I am giving? How many emotions I am giving in? Everything is counted as a data. Are we all logging in Facebook at least once in a day? Right? So when we are logging in, how many information or how much of information we are giving to Facebook? So that and all is collectively called as this big data is. That is how this huge amount of data is. Social media is popular only within this 2-3 years down the line. And that is how Google and Facebook, LinkedIn and all, they've started analyzing the behavior of the people. Have you ever seen this movie, iRobot? Are we using only mobiles and laptops and desktops? Very less people will be using desktops, right? So we are giving the information, probably not your friend may not be aware of it, but all the information, whatever you have browsed, Facebook and Google is all aware of it, right? So they know much more about you than your friend. So that is how people are analyzing the data and what kind of a personality you are in, all these things they could able to predict and they are giving in it. So how they are doing this analysis, what are all the basic things happening over there, we will be seeing in it, right? So explosion of big data, how much information these different companies are holding in. Flickr, have you ever heard Flickr? Yes? Anyone seen, heard Flickr? Exactly, photos. Which company? Picasa? Picasa is a Google product, Flickr is a Yahoo product, that's it. It's all for photos. And that is holding actually 4.5 million photos every time it is getting uploaded. That too only in Yahoo. Consider the case of Picasa, then how much millions of data we will be having in it. Google, YouTube, Google News, all these things, this much millions of data already we have shared it. Earlier having Google, if you wanted to do your project, Google Drive, save it. Wherever you want to go, you can download and use it. So already we have given half of the information about us to Google. Am I right? Going forward, what will happen? Every information we'll have only with Google. Where are you traveling in? What information? What are the places you have visited? Whom you like most? Which movie you like most? Am I right? Are we giving all these informations to Facebook and Google? So that is how they are analyzing. But how and what are the different tools we'll see? Walmart. Have you ever heard of Walmart? Yes. Whoever heard of Walmart, tell me what is Walmart is. Just like our Sarana stores. In local language I could say that Walmart is a very big supermarket in US. Okay? So that is actually creating 1 million transactions per hour actually. Walmart is a very big, it cannot be compared with Sarana stores actually. It is a very big supermarket in US. So what actually happens? How people are buying in it? What actually happens in Walmart is that if I am going to buy a product, already me, my friends are all connected through Facebook. I would have liked Walmart things over there through my Facebook contacts. So if my friend is getting a birthday, already Facebook is suggesting the upcoming birthdays that your friend is having a birthday. Am I right? Now Walmart, what it is telling you is that your friends' likes and dislikes are all these things. So we are proposing some gifts to you and these gifts are available in these nearby Walmart shop. So to that extent actually people are analyzing these information. Why? Because you are also using all these social media, your friend is also using social media, and that is how they are analyzing what personality you are in and what personality your friend is in and what is your likes and dislikes, what's your friend's likes and dislikes, And what product you can give it to your friend? Are we analyzing friends to birthday or shall you purchase that or this? No, you need not think about all these things. That and all will be taken care by this analytics itself. So to that extent, actually people are using those transactions. And Tesco, it's a telecom company, Airtel, Visa, Flipkart, Amazon, all these things, they have this many millions and trillions of transactions per day. That is how they are doing this analysis. So when we say big data, we are saying huge. What is actually huge is? For me, 1,000 rupees is huge. Maybe for you, 10,000 rupees is huge. So what actually is? This is what it is. What is 1 bit, 8 bit, bytes, kilobytes, megabytes? Actually, we are in So we are in gigabyte. 1 gigabyte is what actually we are having it here. So in 2020, whatever data we are having, we will get 50% more of whatever data we are having as of now. That's what is the expectation as of now. Today's market, the market grows. Previously we had output. Have you ever used output at all? Yes. Now we are using Facebook. Probably down the line, Facebook may not be there. Initially, when I was like a student like you, we were using Yahoo. Google was very less at that time. But now, no one is using Yahoo, right? Only gossip news we are seeing only in Yahoo. Right? So, Google only people started using. Going forward down the line, will Google only will be there is a very big question mark. Initially, we had DSLR camera, all these things, radios, players, home theaters, everything we were having. Now, everything we are having, everything in your mobile itself. Am I right? So that is how it is getting expanded. Technology is getting changed in a different manner also. So going forward, maybe these things will be there or a new technology may be in also. At that time also the technology growth will be really big. So how much really big is this much is? Right? So one more understanding of what is with the help of this 2 bytes, this clarification is given over here. Right. When we say big data, what actually big data we talk about is that we say huge volume. That's not the only characteristics. There are 2 more other things are also there, which we call it as velocity and variety. Kabali movie released. We saw at 4:30. Am I right? Okay. Immediately, how many people updated the reviews in Facebook? Most of us would have done. At least we would have said, I don't want to comment, but then the movie was not up to the expectation. To some extent, people were all commenting in Facebooks. So what have we understood from that? How many people have logged in and how many people have viewed the reviews? Friend of a friend of a friend would have reviewed something and we are reading in it. So in that case, the velocity of this information is really big. Am I right? So that is all we call it as big data. It is not only volume. The speed at which the data is coming in is also called as velocity. Probably going forward, Olympic Rio and all. How many data will be posting in? There is a medal, here there is a medal, this games, that games, everything will get posted on in it. So the volume of arriving of data will also be huge. That's why we call that as a velocity is. Variety of data. Facebook, some people might be uploading video, some people will be uploading audio, some people will be uploading pictures. And how many number of emotions we are posting in. Some people will be writing a review. Is each and everything is a different category. That's why we call it as variety of data. It's not the same structured data, just like in your RDBMS. Am I right? RDBMS is just a clear, defined structured data, but when we talk about big data, it is all unstructured data. Unstructured in the sense you will have videos, audios, pictures, everything will be collected and posted. I have to take each and everything and I have to do the analysis. So that is what we call it as variety. That's what we call it as big data is. So big data doesn't mean that only volume. It comprises of all these things. And going forward, now we are saying one more thing called as veracity, which is actually the quality of the data, purity of the data. So that is also one more component added to it through this V. So basically, initially we said 3 V's. Now we are having 4 V's. We call it as veracity, which is actually the purity of the data is also there. And it is all unstructured and qualitative data. Why? Because unstructured in the sense, it's all not in a structured format. When you say structured format, what it is? RDBMS, relational database. You are having a structured database. You will have columnar database. Am I right? You will have rows and columns, records and all you will have. But here in your unstructured, you will not have any of these things. It is all unstructured data. Only we will be having in it. So So what is the advantage of going in for this big data? So first is understanding the target customers better. It means that now we are having RD sale. What is the reason behind this RD sale? Good. Okay. So what is the reason behind RD sale? No functions during the month of RD, so automatically the businesses were dull. So that's why these people have promoted that we give a discount sale to pull in more number of people. That is what is the reason behind. So it is just that understanding the target customers. My business is dull. Pizza Wednesday we are having buy one get one offers. Why is that? So on a particular time only we are having this buy one get one offers and all. Right? So why we are having these offers is that they have understood their business. Where it is going on well, where it is not going on well. So to promote that not going well component, they are understanding the target customers. Promoting some more promotional events like giving discounts and all. That is how they are bringing in the culture in you automatically. When you became addicted to it, these discounts will all fly away from that place. Online shopping, HDFC card, apps to buy panninga, you will get 10% discount, 15% discount. It's just that they are pulling in more number of customers, making you to habitual to this. Automatically, after a period of time, what will happen? We'll all forget how to go and shop in the shops and all. Probably not with the ladies. With the gents, yes, it will all happen. So that is what it is. So that is what we call it as understanding the target customers. And when we say target, there is a retail showroom in US called as Target. Have you ever heard of the story? Target stories and all. Okay. So to what extent actually in US they are understanding the analytics is that a 13-year-old daughter's father got a letter from a departmental store stating that your daughter is pregnant and we are giving some coupons on this maternity products and all. And the father was so shocked to see this news. What nonsense is this? My daughter, actually she's a very small kid. How can you say? And he went to this departmental store. He blasted the manager and all. After 2 days, he sent an apology letter to the person, stating that I was not even aware what's happening in my home, that you are aware of it. But sorry for the things, my daughter is expected in July. So that's what he was telling. So what happened is that the patterns, whatever you are buying on in it, where it will all lead to that extent people are doing analysis nowadays. We are not even aware of where actually we are in. To that extent actually the market is expanded. Understanding of your things, where you will go. What is your capability is. Probably we would not have measured what is our capability is. To that extent actually this market has grown and people are extensively using those kind of products and all. So to that extent actually big data is, people are using it and we are yet to explore that area. Probably in 2000s our relations are where they would have all got placed in Java, US forum. Exactly. The next market will be like big data is. Why? Because already software companies are all in the saturated state. Have you ever heard of this word, saturated state in software companies? Why so? Have you ever heard? First tell me, then we'll see why so. Actually, there is a kind of matured level reached for software companies. So why we are saying this matured level is that how long you will go in for development. The most of the projects now moved on into maintenance phase. So new recruitment will be a little bit tougher. Am I right? So that's what actually happens here. New recruitment also in different new technologies only this happening, and that too in big data it is getting expanded. Not with the normal Java, HTML, all these things are not happening nowadays. Why? Because this IT market is getting saturated. The next boom will be only on big data. Why? Because you have to take this data, give some information. What am I going to do with this big data? That's what we will be seeing in the next few slides also. Cutting down expenditure in various sectors. Companies and all will have this cutting down of expenditures, like we'll have parties at all. Once you completed a project, you will have parties. If there is no project, what will happen to parties? People in the company will be there or not is a very big question. Party is a different thing. So cutting down the expenditure in the sense, these products will not be available over here. Flipkart and all, there is only online apps available. We don't have websites. Myntra.com, have you ever heard of this? Are we having online apps or we are having website for Myntra? Website are we having for Myntra? Only app. It's not. Actually, Myntra is the first company to launch this online shopping and all. And they forecasted that it will have only apps. But during that time, we were not having the smartphones at all. So that is where the flop of this Myntra is. And then this Flipkart, Amazon people came into picture, and now they are thinking that we have lost the market, and once again Myntra is coming back. And they are going to launch website as well as app. So that is where is the success. You have to understand and predict the customer, and then you have to do. They thought that our online website may not be beneficial. That is the point that is over here. Cutting down that expenditure. They thought that when you are logging in the online apps and all, is it asking you want to go into the mobile site or mobile apps and all? Myntra, there is no mobile site. When you log in mobile site, it automatically asks you to install apps. It will move directly to your iTunes store only, it will move directly to. So they felt that it was an expenditure over maintaining two different things. Online website and online apps, two different things. It's very difficult, they felt. But now they have understood the market. Actually now everyone is installing apps and all. Right? Increase in operating margin in different sectors. Are we having discount sales in Chennai? Metropolitan cities alone? But we are not concentrating in rest of the regions. Why? Because they want to understand the market of first metropolitan cities. Based on the success of that particular region, then they will move on to rest of the areas. So that is what is called as understanding the markets. Right? The next thing, probably if we see report and all, we'll see one more example. When you are searching something in Google, have you ever felt that Google was not working? Server down. Is it happening in your college? Exactly. Why it is not happening with Google? Does it happen anytime? Why is that so? Colleges lo matra server na down or Google lo matra down aga maatenge. Down ayaka Google server. Adi theliyilla Google server down ana enakku agadi enakku nane college daily vandavu. Have you ever heard of this? It is no way possible that Google server is down. So how many number of servers they are running on it? Is that all possible? First question, is that all possible without a breakdown? Is that all possible? It is possible, right? Now Google is working in that way for quite longer duration. Probably in my college till 10 years, I'm seeing 10 plus, I'm seeing that Google is working without any downtime. Probably initially we had some failures, now all the failures are all fixed in. Failures in the sense wrong search and all had happened a long time back, but nowadays it was not all there I go. Have you ever found any defects in Google? Yeah, we had found. Initially when I was in college, we found some defects in Google. We had two different options. Initially, Google search, we had two different buttons. Have you ever seen those buttons at least? Yeah, I'm feeling lucky. Google search. What was the difference between those two buttons? அவருக்கும் தெரியாது என்கிட்ட சொல்லுங்க நான் சொல்றேன் கரெக்டா பாப்பா Okay, I'm feeling lucky. There was initially, now we are having Google search automatically. We are typing in and we are pressing enter key. Am I right? Initially, when we were working, it was not like, just like in your school days, we'll take some time to take the mouse and all, we'll click on the button and all. That's how we will be using it, right? So that is how we were also working long back. And there is two different buttons. When you open Google search, there are two buttons over there. One is Google search, another one is I'm feeling lucky. When you type in, when you press enter key, it is similar to clicking on the Google search button over there. So what it will do, it will list the pages related to the words whatever you have typed in. Right? That's what is happening. Am I right or not? I am feeling lucky, it will open the first link automatically. That's the purpose of I am feeling lucky. Am I clear? Google search, when I am typing, it lists all the pages relevant to whatever you have typed in the text box. I am feeling lucky will open the first link automatically. It will not list you and then you need not go and click. First link automatically it will get open. That is the purpose of I am feeling lucky. Right? Initially what was the defect is this, probably after the class you can go and search. Failure when you type in, when you click on I am feeling lucky, it was opening White House website. That was a defect actually. There is no relation with failure and White House and all. So like that there were n number of defects initially. But now there is no defect at all. Maybe not visible to the end user as of now. You can go and check this failure and White House relation in Google and all.
That means from where the social media, from where we are saying collecting all these information is.
So from social media, we are collecting informations like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn and all. So what is the purpose of collecting from the social medias? Very tough. Right, social media, what am I going to do with is that I'm releasing a new product in the market. I want to understand what people are discussing about my product. Am I right? Is it all happening? And a product is getting released, immediately people are a phone is getting released, iPhone 7. All the people are getting updated, wanted to see what is the new feature, is it feasible or not, everything, positives, negatives. So all these things we call it as social media. So what am I going to do with those data? I'm the person who had launched the product and everyone are talking about my product. What I wanted to do at the end of the day. Is it positive or is it negative? Is it a hit or a miss? I wanted to see, right? Kabali movie release, is it a hit or a miss? That's what is the first thing, right? So that's what I wanted to understand. That's what we call it a social media analysis. What people are discussing about my product in social media. Is it a positive thing or negative thing? So that is what we are going to do in the second half actually for the day. We are going to do social media analysis. Any word you can search from internet. Specifically we are taking only Twitter. So Twitter and I wanted to download some particular data. What people are discussing about that particular product. Is it all positive or negative? That's what we are going to do in the second half. So that is what we call it a social media analysis. So that is particular to Twitter we are going to do. But like that, we are having different social medias. We are having WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and all. For different social medias, we are going to do these kind of activities also, which is all possible. So that's what we call it as sentimental analysis. I'm going to understand the pulse of the market, understand the sentiment of the people, is it a miss or a hit? So that's what we call it as Facebook analysis or social media analysis. Generally in computer terminology, we call it as sentimental analysis. And machine data. Have you ever heard of this word RFID tags? Syllabus RFID and Malala. Barcodes we have seen. What is barcode? All the products we are having barcodes. Yes, what it is. What information it holds. This needs to be a lot of words. It will tell you the manufacturing date, expiry date, fit date, if it is a medicine, cost of that product, from where it had started, all these things we could be able to. So the full information of a particular product you will be able to get it in barcodes. Similarly, there is radio frequency identification division, which will be our future market is. So that is also available. What is the purpose of this RFID tags? We will see with one video. Okay, this actually what happens is that have you ever seen mining and ore mining? So that's what actually it does. Ore mining, they are collecting the ore, a driver is collecting the ore and is going to deposit in a particular place. During that meantime, what actually happens? What is the weight of the ore in each and every vehicle is a very big question mark. That's what they are showing in the question mark. So during the travel time from one particular place to another particular place, in that some of the mines ores might be dropping from the van, or they may be stealing it and they might be selling in a different place, the driver might be doing, or the person who are working over there can able to sell it. The owners cannot able to identify who is stealing, who is working properly and all. That was a very big drawback over there in that ore mining fact. So this is the person who is actually stealing and all. They may not be knowing with the particular data, maybe offline, with the discussion with the people, the person who's in charge of it might be knowing it, but not actually in it. So if he wanted to identify what is actually happening over there, so what will be this RFID tag will do is that there will be something like a pasted bundle, just like your barcode, it will be pasted in the top of that vehicle list. There will be a lot of antennas will be kept over there. It can read the signals from the particular RFID tag. So what it does is that it will ensure the weight will get loaded. So when the ore is being filled in, it will be weighted and automatically this RFID will get uploaded at the stage of where it had started. Just now they are loading that ore. It will come, it will check the weight, it will get updated in that antenna which is nearer in that room. And the room for white color where there was a display, right? It will get updated over there. So when we are going to unload in that particular place also, the weight will be checked automatically. It will get. So there is no manual intervention will happen over there in that particular place. So everything has to undergo this process. Everywhere a person is loading the vehicle, he needs to come and check the weight and then he has to move on. And then if he has to move on to the next place, that's how it will happen. So that is where we are identifying this RFID tags. Going forward in India, what is the first place they are going to implement is the nameplate. Car nameplate, have you seen? So there they are going to implement this RFID tag, which cannot be removed, and also wherever if the car is stolen, where this car has traveled and all this information, when is the service is being done on that particular car, every information will be loaded in that RFID tag. So you need not go to the service station, you have to fill the form, nothing can be done. If you enter into the service station campus, automatically it will read that RFID tag and it will get updated. This service has been last done at this moment, this was the problem, all this information will be here. So that is the main area of this RFID tag. RFID is one of a future thing which is going to be a very big impact in the market, just like the big data is. Probably if you are interested, you can go through that also in your internet, RFIDs related to this. These are some more examples. Actually, it's not only the trip alone. You could identify whether the driver is alone driving or a friend of a driver is driving or not with a retina scan. When a driver is sitting over there, automatically the retina scan will be done, which is unique one, just we had in our Aadhaar card and all, right? So it is a unique one. With that you can validate is that the right driver who has been associated with this ore mining or not. That level we can measure in it. Shall we take a break now? Yeah? Right. We'll take a break. How long is the duration? Exactly 10 minutes. Not Indian time, exact 10 minutes. Right? Yeah, thanks. What is the petrol consumption? How many number of drivers were available? How much of ore is being extracted from one particular place to another particular place? Every information the management will be aware of everything sitting in a particular place. He need not go and check with each and everyone who are sitting over there. College purpose okay sir, I am letting you know that this is not for my purpose, this is for your own college purpose. I am just keeping you aware that you might be forgetting all these things. I am just letting you know. Right? So that is the purpose of this RFID tag. I need not go and check with each and every individual working in each and every department. Instead, as a management, I will be sitting in a particular place and everyone will be posting this information with the help of this RFID tag and the management will be aware of those information. That is the main purpose of this RFID tag. So this is really useful in the case of an ore mining. So in a particular area where I will be implementing this RFID tag, where I am going to see this RFID tag, can we able to steal something from a departmental store and come out of it? Is it, I am going to try out some new shirts and all in some malls and all. Is that possible to come out of the shop by wearing that dress? How is it all about being possible? They are having some tags over there in each and every dresses. Am I right or not? So that is how we are identifying. That is similar to this RFID tag is. So we can't able to take out of it. Why? Because it will give you an alarm signal that this product is being taken without billing. Am I right? When you are billing it in this lifestyles and all, they will remove those tags and then they will give it to you. So those kind of things is similar to our RFID tags. What are the other purpose? One purpose is that stealing the object outside the company. Another purpose is that how much stock I am having in that particular product inside my company. That is what is the main need of this RFID tags. One is that product should not be stolen. Second thing is that how much product I am having in each and every area. Warehouse checking, that is the main purpose of this RFID tags. So how that is being implemented, that we will see with some more example. So this is available in Dubai. This is a product which has been initiated by Dubai. There is a virtual tour of that supermarket wherein how this RFID tag has been implemented. So now also we are having all these trolley systems. Whenever you are entering in, when your car park itself, there itself you can pull a trolley and you can enter into that. But now actually what in that system how it happens is that you will be given with an ID card. So when you are logging in, there is identifying who is the customer, what is the loyalty bonus. In the trolley itself it will tell you all this information. This is not available as of now in India, am I right? So what you have purchased last time also it will tell you. What is the current offer happening there in that. Big Bazaar, when you are entering in, are they announcing what is the current offers and all? But here it will tell you what is the offers happening at present. So in our country, we are having like, there will be a person available over there, he will mark the weight and the price tags and all, he will place it. But when we are going to implement all these things, it will tell you, is it a good product or not, first thing. What is the weight? So it will tell you where this product is available and all. You can choose it and it will tell you in the mall itself where that product is also available is. As of now, we need to check where is that available. We need to check with this employee. Most of the times that employee itself will not be aware of it. But here it will help you out how to go and where to reach and all. So that is the barcode available, that's not the RFID tag. Whatever she is scanning, it is that RFID for this barcode for the price of that particular product. Expiry date of that particular product and all will be there. This is for the company, for the departmental store. They are saying that this product is available in less quantity. They need to refill it. So that information will be given to that departmental store manager. So that he will not go manually check is that product is fully available or not and all. The manager will not go and check. Automatically it will alert the person. So the person will be loading it. That's what is actually happening here. That is what is the incoming message. Based on the data available, it is giving you the alert. So from the warehouse, people will be coming and filling the, whatever is less over there, they will fill the content. Just like online shopping, we want to compare 2-3 products. That comparison also you can able to do it over there itself. Instead of you manually doing it, you could give compare options, it will compare. And which one you want to choose, you can choose it. Since you have already loaded everything, in that trolley itself the price will be loaded. So payment option, you can just pay with your credit card, automatically everything will be done. There will not be any loading, unloading from the trolley to the billing system. Once it is being built, once again I have to load it to my trolley. All these things need not happen, which all leads to saving of time and energy. So she's just holding the trolley itself, just done the payment alone, and then she'll walk off from that place. So it's an automatic self-checkout. We need not have a person over there to do all these things. So manual intervention will be really less. This is one more example of this RFID tag. Previously we've seen in ore mining how it is happening. Here this is in your real-time technology how it is happening. How it is all being tracked is this with the help of this RFID. The antennas will be kept in one particular place. To the reaching area you will have signals and all. If not, you have to keep another antenna over there in that place also. So what will be there in that RFID? That's what is this information. Barcode, manufacturer date, all these informations will be available. So the chip contains these datas. Country code. Producer number is 5 digits, just like your PAN cards. It includes your expiry date also. How they are searching? Satellite is searching the missing object, missing flight. How satellite is searching? Satellite first is search panda. Yes, exactly. Satellite is also searching. How it is searching itself? It takes the pictures of all the objects from the ocean. Already they will be having the snapshot of that particular flight with their database. Whatever objects they are taking from the ocean, it will compare with the objects available in the database, which is already having the flight's information. So it will compare, is that the same thing or not. MI flight was missing right from Malaysia, still they couldn't able to do it. That is what they have done it. Every object from the ocean they are taking the snapshot, comparing is that object is MI flight's object or not. So that is where is big data. So how many objects will have it in ocean? So that is where huge volume of data is involved. That is what people are implementing and analyzing this big data is. Am I clear? Shall we see some more examples like that? How where we are implementing it? So this is what I was talking about my RFID tag. So when I am saying social media, Facebook likes, emotions and all, comments, all these things we are taking into consideration. Machine data is my RFID tag, and transactional data is that I am just logging in, checking some information on my website and I am logging out. Maybe I might buy a product or may not buy the product and all. So that is the another information over there. So how big data came into picture? When it was available in the market? This is the first time you are hearing that word big data. Or probably 3 months down the line you would have heard this big data. So how long it is there in the market? So when this RDBMS came into picture, what is the reason for going in for RDBMS? Are we having any paper on RDBMS? First year padichoma, second year? Second year padichoma, RDBMS. What is RDBMS? What is the reason for going in for RDBMS? Okay, I wanted to hold in huge volume of data and I wanted to retrieve it fastly. That is the main purpose of going for RDBMS. So I will have some relations and all. 1 normal form, 2 normal form, boys code normal form. Exactly. So that is the main purpose of going in for this relational database, wherein initially I was holding every information in one Excel file. Retrieving took hell a lot of time. That's why I moved on into RDBMS concept. That's what happened in 60s. And during 90s, we had different fields came into picture. We had emails, everything came into picture. So that is where we had this non-SQL database. So what is this non-SQL databases? Have you ever heard of this terminology, non-SQL? NoSQL? Okay, what is SQL? Structured database. So what is structured database? I am having a predefined structure of my data. I am storing in my databases. But nowadays when I am talking about social media, is it a structured database? So how am I going to do the analysis with the unstructured databases? That is where this NoSQL databases came into pictures. Some of the examples of NoSQL databases is MongoDB, Cassandra. These are all some of the examples of all these things. And today we are having this huge volumes of data. That is why we are having this big data came into pictures. So when we say big data, it is all structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. There is a new terminology. From the morning I was just talking about unstructured data, unstructured data. What is the semi-structured data is? When I am saying structured data, I had a defined format. Unstructured data is in the sense, there is no defined format. Video, pictures, images, everything will be there. But it is a case of semi-structured, it is between structured and unstructured. It means that there will be a format but values may not be there in that. Like XML tags, HTML tags. Not necessarily I will have all the tags for all the pages and all, right? So that is what we call it as semi-structured data. It is halfly structured. So it lies between structured and semi-structured data. So that's what is the example given over here. Structured data, you are having in a defined format. Every values will be there. Unstructured, it's just like your YouTubes, Flickrs, Picasa, Facebooks, everything over there. And these are all your markup tags, HTML tags, everything comes over there in your semi-structured data. And it falls between your structured data and your unstructured data. So where and all is this big data application is being implemented? Just now we have seen RFID tag and we have seen Google Card. What are the other areas big data has been successfully implemented over the down the years and all is that? Smarter healthcare divisions. Healthcare in the sense now people are identifying my grandmother, my mom is having these kind of diseases. So there is a high possibility that I may also get these kind of diseases. Am I right? Salt heroine. She had done some identification using this healthcare division. She had identified that high possibility that he will also get cancer. With the help of this big data only, they are identifying what kind of a DNA you are in, with what kind of diseases you are prone to, with all these things they are identifying. To that extent, big data is applicable in this healthcare sector. Homeland security. Traffic control. Initially, when we are using this call taxis and all, there was only one fixed charge. Am I right? For kilometers they are charging. But nowadays, what we are charging? Peak time. Morning time, early morning time, late evening times, right? So with that, they have identified different parameters and they are using those kind of businesses. So that is how they are using in the traffic. Peak time, you will have a different charge. Non-peak time, you will have a different charge. And also previously, we will be calling and booking. Nowadays, there is no call, booking and all available. It's all app-based application. You could be able to identify is the driver is available nearby places and all. Wherein we are giving each and every information to the social media and to some unknown machines we are giving those information. Manufacturing units. Ford, there is customized car available. So what is this customized car in the sense? They are giving me 4 or 5 options. Different horsepower, different seating capacity, different mileage system. So I could go and choose the different possible combinations and then I can choose the car which one best suits for me. Instead of a predefined car, I can go and select based on my taste. I could select it. That is how they are using in the manufacturing industry. And also RFID tag will be installed, right? Just now we have seen. That is how it is implemented in manufacturing industry. Sales, which market, which area, big bazaar when you are entering in. Peak time sale, 12 o'clock till 1 o'clock, this product, this much discount sale, is it available? Have you ever heard of these things? Right? So what actually happens? How they are giving those kind of a discount sale? They are analyzing from their database how the market is, how much sales had happened. Is there particular area there is no sales happen? Immediately they will announce a discount. And that too they will give some time-bound discount sale and all. From 1 o'clock till 1 o'clock this discount is applicable. right? So that is what they are doing. They are identifying, is the market is good or bad. Based on that, they are giving some options to the customers, promoting the product to the customers actually. That's what is happening. That's how they are using in the sales. Telecommunications, 3G, 4G, all freeze and all. Now they are giving with signals, can you able to identify Airtel 4G and all they are giving, right? So that is how it is using in telecommunication. Training analytics, we'll see with some more examples. Search quality. I am searching some product in Google. When I am opening a particular page, another page, is this similar ad is coming in, whatever word you have searched in? So that is how the search quality. Where is your taste of what is the last search and all? Based on this, the advertisement is been popping in your Google. So those are all the applications of this analytics over there in big data. So when I am saying analytics, what are the different ways of approaching analytics is that there are three different varieties of analytics is available. One is predictive analytics. So predictive analytics is that what will happen in future. We are saying Java may not be there, SAP will be there, big data will be there. So it is all prediction, right? So how am I going to predict? Based on the data I am having with me, I am going to predict what will happen in future. Am I right? Why is the campus recruitment companies are saying that we don't want any backlogs people and all, people should not hold backlogs and all. Why is that so? Does it mean that you are not technically good or technically bad? Is that something like that? Arrears இருக்கிறவங்க apply பண்ணக்கூடாது campus trialக்கு சொல்றாங்க. உங்க காலேஜ்ல உண்டா? Yes. Why? Arrears இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாரும் மத்த பசங்களா அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது இருக்கா? It just shows the sincerity towards the examination. How seriously you are taking the examination over a period of time. That is how you will take the seriousness in the job also. That's the main concern over there. That's the first main concern. There are several other concerns. That's one main concern over there. How seriously you are taking up the tasks. When I am assigning you in a particular project, will you take up that seriously or not? So if you are not going to have a backlog over a period of 4 years and 8 semesters, automatically it's a prediction that you will also take each and everything seriously. Why? Because it becomes a habit. Am I right? So what is habit is that initially, have you ever heard of Agmark? What is Agmark is? Where have you seen that Agmark is? Have you ever heard of this Agmark? Where have you seen? In which product you have seen? Gold Agmark. Exactly. Ghee only Agmark you will have. Gold we will not have Agmark. What is this Agmark is? Agmark, what it stands for? Purity. Actually Agmark full form is agricultural marketing. Another food products only we will have this Agmark. Are we having now Agmark? Then where it went on? Where it went off? Why it came in? We have seen Agmark, right? It's for food quality, purity of that only we seen that Agmark. Now we don't see that. Why is that so? Is that in India what happens is that there will be some rules. Over a period of time that will become a standard. Agmark is a good product we started buying it and then it became a rule. Those standards should be there for food marketing. There are food safety officers. Recently, chocolates alone they have banned it in some schools. Whenever they find out chocolates and all, right? Am I right or not? Yeah. So what was that? Who does that? Is that food safety officers who will be measuring the quality of the food. Now it will become a standard. First it was like Agmark irundaduna neenga vaangikalam, it will be a good product. We also felt our grandparents, our mom and all would have bought this Agmark product. Over a period of time, it became a rule in the government that every food or every edible products has to follow those standards. So now we are not specifically saying that all food products should have Agmark. It has to be there. If not, that company will be banned by this government. So that is how university exams, 8 semesters, when you are strictly following it, automatically when you are put up in a project, you will also strictly follow those things, whatever is being imposed by the companies. Adnala backlogs and that's all right. Okay? So similarly, when we say that these things has to happen in a particular fashion, these are all the background stories happening over there. We'll see some more videos. Already half of the ice in the closing state. If I talk for 5 more minutes, that's it. Half the wickets are already down. Okay, now we'll see big data opportunities. In banking sector, we'll just see a video and then I'll show you how much salaries people are getting in big data. So that will be still more interesting to see, right? That's what is the main agenda for all these things. Right. Let it go. Is it possible for each and everyone to get a loan from the banks? I'm just giving another example. Banks, how they are using big data. Since we have just seen predictive analysis and all. If I'm going and approaching a loan in the bank, what are all the things they education loan? Right? That's the easiest thing for you to understand. Education loan when you are going and applying for it. What are all the things the bank people will ask you? They will ask you some documents, your income, family income, your educational certificates, 12 marks and all. What with that, what they are understanding? Are you eligible for the loan and can you able to repay it? That's what is their main intention. When they are giving the loan, their main intention is that they are predicting can you able to repay it or not. So that is what that is how companies or banks are using in the case of giving a loan. If a person from an IT company is going and contacting a bank for a loan and a person from a non-IT background is, if he is going and approaching for a loan, is that easy for that person to get the loan or is it easy for me to get the loan? Right? So that's the difference. Probably 10 years, 15 years back and all, an IT person or a private sector person and a government sector person, who will be easily getting the loan? Government sector. So that is how, what is the predicted analysis is. 10 years, 15 years back, government people can able to repay the loan immediately. But nowadays, IT people and some private sectors can able to repay the loan. So to that the extent people are analyzing, they are identifying the risk factors associated with it. All these things will come under predictive analysis in the case of a banking things. Similarly, price of a particular house in a particular area, how it is getting increased over a period of time. Will it get increased or will it remain stagnant or a period of time? Will it get down and all? All these things people are analyzing. They are saying, Aditha Anna Nagartha, Tamil is saying, there is some ad and all coming in, right? So how they are predicting is that with the help of these factors. Election. People are predicting in election what actually happens in a, who will win and all. Based on several factors people take into consideration and they are doing the analysis and they are doing it. And also, Nitish Kumar, Bihar, how he had won the election. There was a particular team formed over it. Facebook campaign, all online campaign and all, they have done it. They pulled the people and that is how he won the election. So in that extent, in India we are applying. Probably in the rest of the countries, still more better things people are using it. Have you ever seen the English movie Blind Side? Sandra Bullock? Yeah. What was the story in that? There was a very Hulk kind of a person available. What he will do? Sorry? He plays football. Why she will keep that person at home? Since he is not having any home. That's the only reason or? Yes. That is the reason she will hold him at home?
That is the main reason.
Okay, I'll tell you why I've taken that example. Blind Side is an English movie and it had nominated for different awards and all. Sandra Bullock was the heroine. And it was not a romantic comedy and all those kind of story. It's just a drama kind of thing. When she will adopt this person, who will be like playing a football. So you can imagine how big that guy will be. And during the course of the movie itself, they will identify what kind of a personality that guy will be. So when you put up a student in a college, they will identify what personality you are in, where you will fit in. Not like in India or in Chennai, like everyone, most of the people will go into engineering college and all. So which area you will fit in, you will be going in. Similarly, there will be an incident in that movie, she will identify that person is having high protective nature. Will protect the family. That is what is the main reason she will adopt that son also. So they would have analyzed each and every kid to that level. what area he is into. Is he good at logical thinking? He is good at analytical thinking. Can he able to do this particular job and all? That is how they will identify the personality. In that area, they will train the people also. Not like here, everyone engineer at home. First engineer at home, all engineers at home. Right? So that kind of areas people are using in education sector and abroad and all. Where you will fit in as a child, what is your capability is. Or really good at logical thinking. Some people will be really good at logical, maybe not good at maths. Some people will be really good at maths, may not be good at some other part of it. So they will identify your capability and they will do it. So just when we talk about this bank, I thought I would give this example of loaning and all. So they will identify your spending patterns, behavioral patterns. Going forward, when you are using your swiping your credit card, it will tell you, already you have spent lot of money, you can't able to repay it. So don't spend this much amount of money on this particular area. Going forward, we will also get suggestions from banks. So he is remodeling the kitchen, so he is asking different options. He had already purchased a lot of things and also the bank will give a suggestion whether he has to remodel the kitchen at this moment or not. The bank will give the suggestion.